Now, yesterday Logic dropped his 44 More single. The track is great in my opinion, and I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about the song and talk a little bit about Logic's career in general. So first of all, let's talk about the song for a second. Now, am I the only one who noticed how hard he went on this track? Obviously, the track has been getting some really great reception, but man, just comparing a song like this to anything that was on his last album, it's a big contrast to say the least. Now, the song is a sequel to his 44 Bars record that was on his Bobby Tarantino mixtape, and I'd say that he definitely did 44 Bars the justice it deserved. I mean, 44 Bars is definitely my favorite track from Bobby Tarantino and is definitely up there when it comes to the best Logic songs of all time. So the fact that he gave us the title 44 More and just ripped the entire instrumental apart, that's kind of satisfying, I can't even lie. Anyway, so as you could hear, he was rapping on a trap beat, and is it just me or does the beat have some Kendrick DNA vibes? That's probably one of the first big realizations that I had going into this track. So Logic is kind of flowing very smoothly throughout the entire record, and he had a couple things to say. One of them being this: talk all you want, we are not the same. Step in the spot, not a know the name. Sold more albums my first week than Harry Styles and Katy Perry. If that ain't a sign of the times, then I don't know what is. Man, this shit is scary. I saw that a lot of people were a little bit surprised when he said that he sold more than Katy Perry and Harry Styles, and some people were even calling it fake news, not having a clue that his album sold almost 250,000 copies first week, and that's including traditional album sales with streaming. And Harry Styles' album sold 230,000 copies first week, while Katy Perry sold 180,000 first week. So yeah, he did actually sell more than these super big pop stars that are 10 times more well known than him, which now that I think about it, this is super impressive. I mean, this just goes to show that no matter how famous you are, that's not always gonna make people want to buy your music or just support you in general. And I think this right here is a really great example of that. But Logic mentioning numbers isn't really a new thing. On his track Slave 2 from Bobby Tarantino, he also had one line about selling more than that pop. But one interesting thing that Logic did on this track that I never thought that he would actually do is use the A flow. And the A flow being the can't keep my dick in my pants A. You know what I'm talking about. I personally think that Logic's own spin-off to the flow was really dope. And the good thing is that since he is a lyrical rapper and not a mumble rapper, he's definitely gonna have some interesting lines between those meaningless A's, which at the end doesn't make the A's so meaningless. And then Logic actually messed around and did a Jay-Z and took some shots at the rappers who love flexing on the gram with a bunch of cash. And then he had some other lines about not wasting his money at the club because he's saving it for his kids when they grow up so they can go to college. Now, what I really like about this track is that Logic is making a lot of statements rather than just rapping for the sake of it. But then again, there's some lines where he raps just to rap and show off his lyrical abilities and technicalities as an MC, so it does make it even a little bit. Now, me personally, I was definitely satisfied with this song, and you know what I would say? I would say that this is a low-key jab at everybody, no pun intended, who said that Logic can't rap anymore, because we know that his last album wasn't that well received by the general hip-hop community. Even though it is his most successful album to date, I personally noticed how a lot of people were doubting Logic, and some people even thought that Logic lost touch with his quote-unquote old self. But clearly, judging from this track, Logic still got the juice, and I think it got to a point where since Logic is now mainstream and his only song that got him to that exact point is more pop than rap, some of his old fans and a big chunk of hip-hop fans start resenting him because they think that he's selling out or he's changing. This of course happened to someone like Drake. He came out as a young artist that was appealing to different people in the culture. Everyone from the party lovers to the R&B supporters, they all loved Drake. And then he got to a point where his music got so big that now when you look at him, instead of him relating to those specific audiences while growing as an artist, it looks like his music is just now everywhere, and as a listener it looks like he stopped doing what he did from the beginning. But in reality, it's just that his platform is now so big that more people are tuning into what Drake has to say, and that's what exactly happened to Logic here. But when you are as self-aware as Logic is, then sometimes you just gotta snap one time and let the people know, I'm still the same artist, I still got the juice, and yeah, I'm still unstoppable. But hey, that's what I personally thought of Logic's new song 44 More, and just his career in general. But what do you personally think about the track, and what do you think about people doubting Logic as a rapper? Definitely let me know in the comments section below and let's have a discussion about this. But as always, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This channel is all about bringing together people like you who enjoy music and start a discussion on different topics like this. And of course, like the video if you enjoyed it, follow me on all my social media accounts. It's on the screen, and I'm out.